First round of the cup competitions have all been played, and we'll be having a look at some of the results. A few big scorelines to tell you about, but no real shocks. I have some footage for you. There's been footage sent in, but first let's just have a look at the results from the Women's League from last weekend. Park Celtic had a great 5-2 win over Screen, while previously unbeaten Trim suffered their first defeat of the season when Park Phillip beat them 3-2. Kingscourt also had a great 4-0 win against Toro. In Group B, Key Celtic had a good 4-3 win over Slane Wanderers, while Balbriggan and Albion Rovers played out a 2-2 draw. Let's have a quick look at the tables and see how them results affected it. Park Phillip move above Trim Celtic in top position in Group A, while Park Celtic are right behind them on 7 points from the game in hand. In Group B, Albion Rovers are a point ahead of Ballorgan United, but Ballorgan also have a game in hand. Balbriggan sit in third place there on 7 points, but still right in the mix. And Meath Daily TV were there to capture some of the action from Park Phillip and Trim, and we've shared that on our page if you want to go and check it out. Now let's have a look at the results from Friday night. The only league fixture for the weekend was played on Friday night, with Ballybor lost at home to Redeemer 3-1. Mahevnamore had a comfortable 4-0 win over Robinstown, while Park Phillip beat Johnstown 1-0 there in the Navan Derby. There were home wins for both RD Celtic seconds and Drogheda Town, while Rock Celtic got taken to penalties by local rivals Glenmuir. Rock equalising from the penalty spot in the last few minutes to take the game to extra time. Footage sent in to us by Joey O'Doherty of Ronan Sands' penalty.
Well on, Sandsy.
The other game from Friday night saw Albion Rovers host Kentstown Rovers, and what a game that was. I was there with the camera, captured 7 goals, 2 sendings off. The game had everything. Let's have a look at the footage from that one now. Both teams unbeaten so far this year in their league campaigns put on a great show here on Friday night in Albion. It would be Albion who take the lead early on when James Tester was put through and he made no mistake slotting by the Kentstown goalkeeper. Albion were on top at this stage and were looking to double the lead when disaster struck. The game would swing into Kentstown's favour when Albion had a man sent off for this. Coming together on the ground. Which led to the referee giving Albion's number 9 a red card, straight red.
He fucking hit him, mate. Lads, you know what he did? Yes.
Kentstown took advantage of having the extra man and were levelled soon after when they were awarded a penalty, the keeper taking down Darragh Corcoran in the box. Up stepped David Bones. No mistake, 1-1. Kentstown then went ahead early in the second half when the 2 Corcoran brothers combined. Killian sending his younger brother Darragh through, and his shot went in off the post to make it Kentstown 2, Albion 1. Albion, in fairness, had a lot of the ball after that, and the pressure paid off. But that man James Tester made his own bit of luck out in the wing, and somehow managed to get his ball by the Kentstown keeper to make it 2-2 with time running out. Kentstown were dealt another blow shortly after when they were reduced to 10 men. The second yellow here for the Kentstown defender. Kentstown could have regained the lead even shortly after when Derek Bones was played through and his little dink just hit the crossbar with the keeper stranded. It was one of those games where you knew there'd be another twist before the end. And that, I thought, came when Manny Smith got to the front post and his glancing header found the net to put Albion 3-2 up in the 94th minute. Albion thought they had it won, but Kentstown, straight from the kick-off, went down the field, and after an initial great block from Mo Hancock, the ball found its way to Derek Bones, who does what Derek Bones does, and put the ball in the net to make it 3-3. This game was going to extra time. Kentstown started the extra time the better of the two teams, and Albion had their keeper to thank for a couple of great saves to keep the score down. Game looked to be heading to penalties when centre half Dylan Doyle stepped up, beat a couple of players and put a great ball through. The ball eventually found its way to the back post, and there was that man Dara Corcoran again to fire at Kentstown's fourth goal and win the game for them. Proper old-fashioned cup game that was. The game had everything in it. Also, I just want to wish a speedy recovery to La Rivers, who dislocated his shoulder on the night, so get well soon, La. Now let's have a look at the rest of the weekend's results. All Reserve Cup action on Saturday, with big wins for Cork Celtic. Toro had an impressive 3-1 win away to Carrick, while Square and Parkville both scored 7 in their games. Elsewhere, Glenmuir had a big 6-0 win against Robinstown. No big cup upsets to report from Sunday. Big wins for Trim Celtic on the day, while Square United came out top in the RD Derby 2-1 there. Elsewhere, Toro had a good 3-2 win against Bay, while Bohemian had a 2-1 win over Slane, and that game was recorded by Me Daily TV, which is shared on our page. Another team who recorded a big win there on Sunday was OMP United, as they beat Trimtown 8-1. Now they streamed the game live on our YouTube channel, but we have the highlights of all the goals courtesy of J.R. Lynch, so let's sit back and enjoy those now. Now, before we get into next week's round of fixtures, we're going to have a little look at the league tables and where people stand. AC's Albion Rovers and Having a more joint top, but with both those teams still to play each other, it leaves room for the chasing teams to come in and snatch one of them top 2 places. Group B has another tight division here. Carrick Rovers sit on top by 1 point to Rock Celtic, but Redeemer, Square United, who are unbeaten so far this season, and Kingscourt Harps all breathing down their neck. This could change in a matter of weeks in a couple of games. Kentstown top Group C after their great start to the season, but still can't take anything for granted with a few teams there breathing down their neck. The Leak and OMP, who are in great form at the moment. Cork Celtic will also be looking to make a late challenge, but they need to get a few wins in the trot pretty soon. Boyne Harps sit top of Group D. just 3 points ahead of Trim, Celtic and Johnstown. That game could be massive when those two play each other. Donacarney sit fourth, and they play Johnstown this week, so they'll be looking to get themselves into contention for a top 2 place. Group B looks like it's going to be the tightest division this year. You have a host of teams all on 7 points, and it's anyone's guess how this one will go. It's all still to play for in Group F. The moment Carrick Rovers sit on top by 3 points ahead of Torre United, who have a game in hand. But anyone can come out of this one with Newtown, Kells, Square United still in the hunt. Group G sees Millmount Celtic and Albion Rovers seconds, tied at the top on 10 points, with Kentstown Rovers just behind them on 7. Comesson, Rossin and Park Celtic Summerhill will be looking to make up ground in the next couple of fixtures. Finally, you have Group H. Park Villa second sit top with 4 wins out of 4, followed closely by Lord Celtic. Abbey Celtic, OMP, N.E.F.L are all still in the hunt, but they need to get points on the board quickly. And remember, you can see all the league tables on our website, N.E.F.L.ie. All the league tables are up there and all up to date. You can also see the results, fixtures, and any new news we have coming up. And also check out our YouTube channel, N.E.F.L TV. All the videos are up there for you to see. And if you subscribe, you get a notification telling you when we upload the next video. There's still a lot of football left to be played. In a couple of weeks, those league tables could look a lot different, so don't take anything for granted. Now, let's have a look at what's coming up this weekend in this round of fixtures. There's a full round of fixtures for the women's division on Monday night. Well, on Friday, a few big games to tell you about will be Albion v Bay and Mehevan and Moore v Glenmuir. Both teams looking to stay unbeaten there. On Saturday sees the league have a tough trip away to Trim seconds, while elsewhere Square seconds host Slane. The game that stands out there is OMP seconds versus N.E.F.L seconds. Some big games on Sunday. Toro welcome Balogan, while elsewhere Kentstown could all but guarantee their finishing top of the table if they beat Park Villa. At Boy host unbeaten Harps, while Johnstown will be looking to get back to winning ways as they travel to Donacarney in the afternoon match. Well, that's just about it for me for this week. But remember, if you get to any North East Football League game and capture any footage, send it in to me at the email address below, and I'll include it in next week's podcast. Until then, I'll see you on the sidelines.